Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to supremely hard-hitting, intensive trending news. Or in short, shit news. News exclusively for you. My name is Salman Oberoi. Oh, and it's Oberoi and not Oberoi. To start with, the Delhi government has withdrawn its plan to scrap old vehicles and would now look at the pollutions emitted by these old vehicles instead. This brought relief to a lot of people, but the plot thickens at the Jantar Mantar, where a huge group of elderly gentlemen were spotted sitting cross-legged with unhappy faces and empty stomachs. Initial reports suggested that they were on a hunger strike for vehicular discrimination, but when our on-ground correspondent, the ever-dedicated Johnny Yes Papa, dug deeper, he found out the smelly truth. Turns out they weren't protesting at all. They were just hungry. Here's what really happened. The wives of these elderly gentlemen, all of whom had poor eyesight, misread the news headlines. They didn't realize the government was talking about old cars, not old men. When they read about a ban on old emitters causing pollutions, they all looked at their husbands, known in family circles for frequent and unapologetic farting. They started to connect the dots. In what can be described as silent but deadly activism, the ladies decided to take matters into their own hands and banned food for their husbands, thinking that it would help them reduce household emissions and also help the government in its initiative. Our thoughts go out to the victims of both the miscommunication and misfired digestion. When the old men realized that the ban was not on them, they opened the Zomato app and ordered hulike parathe and chole, which was delivered within minutes. So, if you are hungry and in a fight with your wife, you too should order from Zomato. And no, they haven't sponsored this video. They should. The old men went back to their homes, but the hulike parathe had done its job and emissions were released. The wives came running to Jantar Mantar and breathed a sigh of relief.
Hi, who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Who is 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 a good boy? Hello.
Yes. Rolling. Yes. In tech news, Soham Parekh makes headlines by working at multiple startups of Y Combinator by faking identities and exploiting work from home. Everything was going well for the techie before he made the mistake of using the same excuse for not meeting deadlines in all his companies. He told all his managers that he was a victim of drone strike during Operation Sindoor. During the monthly meeting of all startups in the Y Combinator, every startup had missed their deadlines, and they mentioned that their lead developer was a victim of Pakistani drone strikes. This created doubts for all startups, and they immediately wrote to the Pakistani government asking them for the drone strike locations. The Pakistani government replied that none of the drone strikes managed to land in India and that some of their drone strikes apparently hit their own soil. Anyway, moving on. The founders immediately asked Soham for a picture of the building that was damaged due to the drone strike. Soham sent the same photos to all the founders. This was the photo. This increased the doubt among intelligence founders who went on to level 2 to verify. In this round, every founder was supposed to call Soham at the same time. If he answers one call and the rest were busy, it would just further prove that he is indeed moonlighting. They all called him at the same time and things went just as planned. Soham picked up just one call. This led the founders to move Soham to the third and the most evident verification level. Soham was asked to write a piece of code by all the founders for the same functionality. Soham wrote and copy-pasted the same piece of code for all the startup founders. The code was Buggy. So all of them sent the code to their testing engineer for bug fixing. But that's when they discovered that Soham was also their testing engineer. After this round, the smart founders were left clueless. They then turned to the organization which has the most accurate information regarding startups and employees, LinkedIn. When they searched for Soham Parekh, they found out that someone had already posted Soham Parekh moonlighting activities and hence promptly fired him. That's all for now. Woo!